It says, what is the final temperature of a substance that absorbs 2.5 times 10 to the power of 3 joules of heat when a sample of 1.0 times 10 to the fourth grams of the substance starts at a temperature of 10 degrees C with a specific heat of 0.0416 or 0.00416 joules gram per Celsius. In this problem, we'll use our formula Q is equal to mc delta T, where Q is the heat, so that would be Q would be our 2.5 times 10 to the third joules. Our mass is M, so here we have our M is our amount of grams. And delta T, another way we can write that is Q is equal to mc and then T final minus T initial, because delta T is always final minus initial. And the C represents the specific heat. So we're given specific heat is this number, so that would be our C. If we plug in the numbers that we know, we can plug in 2.5 times 10 to the 3 joules for Q. I will leave off the units because all of our units are matching. Joules, grams, Celsius, those are all matching, so I'll just leave them off, is equal to the mass, 1.0 times 10 to the fourth grams, times the C, the specific heat, is 0.00416. And then the temperature is final minus initial. We're looking for the final temperature, so we'll leave TF as TF and then subtract out the final temperature, which is 10.0 degrees Celsius. And notice that our specific heat has a unit of C, so we don't have to change our temperature to Kelvin in this case. So to simplify, we can multiply our 1.0 times 10 to the 4 with the 0.00416. So 1 e to the 4 times 0.00416 is 41.6. So that would be, I'll bring down the 2.5 times 10 to the power of 3 is equal to 41.6 times TF minus 10.0. And then in order to get TF by itself, I will divide both sides by 41.6 since it's multiplied. 41.6 on both sides. 2.5 e to the 3 divided by 41.6 is 60.096. And it continues, I'll just put a 2. I usually like to keep around 5 or 6 significant figures until the end. And then T final minus 10.0. So to finish getting TF by itself, we can add 10.0 to both sides. And that gives us T final, and make that look a little better. T final is equal to 70.0962 degrees Celsius. And then if we look at all of our numbers, we want to find how many sig figs to round to. The Q has 2 sig figs, 2 sig figs in the mass, 3 sig figs in the temp, 3 sig figs in the specific heat, so we should round to 2 sig figs to round to the smallest number of sig figs, so that would be to the 0. So we would have the 0 to the right keeps the 0 in the ones place the same, so it would be 70 degrees Celsius for our final answer. So I hope this step-by-step solution was helpful for you. If it was, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel for more homework help problems.